household name that's been around the block, and that's Intel, ticker symbol INTC, with your pick of the week, AJ.
Well, first of all, Intel reported their earnings, right? And so if you take a look over here, Intel reported last yesterday, and the earnings were actually pretty good. And so investors are reacting very well today. So the scoop is we did do a earnings play on this. You can see that investors initially, and again, I always point at the investors in the first hour or so of the day called the amateurs. They always have exuberant emotions based on what happened, the previous night. And so amateurs, as you can see, drew the price up very high in the morning. In fact, again, I can't help but show you an intraday chart. Let me go ahead and show you what's going on here. Amateurs blew the price up, and now sane minds, right, are taking advantage of some of those price increases, and they're selling at that high price. I don't expect Intel to stay as high as it was this morning. I expect to continue to see some sell off. My implied volatility trades did very well. And so we'll be looking to exit those positions in the next either today or maybe at the beginning of the week. But with that said, now we're in a new place. Intel has been in a pretty reliable, I wouldn't say the ultimate in reliable, but given what the market's doing right now, Intel's in a nice sideways position. I'm considering, and I'd like you guys to think about it as well. And if you doubt me, do some paper trading. Let's see for ourselves. Let's not put money on the line. Let's go ahead and trade in a simulator. When Intel gives me a top signal, I want to short some of that Intel. Or if I don't want to deal with the shorts, I can also buy some back month deep in the money, far out in time put options. Those things are option substitutes for the stock, meaning that I can either short the stock or I can buy these put options that'll profit exactly opposite the stock. I want to do that only when I get the signal. That's kind of the theme of the day. Wait till you get the signal and then see how far it drops. And if it drops, maybe I would say anywhere above the $30 range, and then it starts to go back up again, I'll go ahead and sell some near term at the money puts. Use that money I make to go ahead and offset some 3 to 6 month out protective calls, probably with the strike price around 37, $38 and go from there, right? Create a premium trade on it. If indeed Intel decides to drop lower than $30, I'm not going to worry about any of those extra trade position adjustments. I'm just going to look for a bottom and then sell Intel and make the money on either the shorted stock or the back month puts. So there's a lot getting ready on Intel. We'll go ahead and put it on our list to follow up in the upcoming weeks. But in the meantime, I would tell everybody to just watch Intel. And if you want to practice some of my strategies, put it into your paper trading log. Get ready to trade it.
So you're saying that you're looking for that red arrow to point down
Mm-hmm.
in a short type of position. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and so why are you waiting for the next signal rather than looking at the blue pop that you have
Mm-hmm.
there now? Are you just not as confident?
So this blue signal is not being generated from normal buying and selling action. This blue signal is a result of the investors excited about earnings. So it's kind of like a false signal. And that's one of the things we talk about often. We talk about how you can't just trade the chart. You have to understand what's happening with the symbol underneath, whether it be a stock in this case or an ETF or an index. In the case of stocks, you have to know about when their earnings are. We have to know about how the company's doing, stuff like that. We call it a soft data analysis here at Trading Trainer. And so we know that this arrow, this signal here to do some buying is kind of a false signal based on the buying that's happening on good earnings. We want to let that pass because it probably will pass and we'll wait for the selling signal and take it from there.